And then you realize the compulsion to think is just a habit, deep-seated habit. I have no time to be present now, not even 10 seconds. Not true. You're waiting at the elevator, the lift, press the button. Are you projecting yourself mentally to where you want to get, or are you really there? Are you immersed in thought, or are you using that opportunity to simply be present with your entire being, standing there, not waiting for anything? Because most people spend maybe 70% of their lives waiting for something. There's always the next thing to do that hasn't quite been finished yet. There's always the next thing to happen that I'm just waiting for this. Why not use all waiting periods for being present? And there is an aliveness in your entire energy field, and it's beautiful. That moment has a fullness to it that is more than the externals that you perceive. So on the external level, this moment has nothing to fulfill me. But if you go deeper into that moment, which is into yourself, it's actually very fulfilling. But you have to step out of that which takes you out of the moment. So nobody can tell me that they cannot bring that into their everyday life. Not continuously yet, it's not required. It is more important how often you awaken out of thinking than it is how long you remain in the state of not thinking. That looks after itself. Yes, after a while, that will be longer. More important, how often you step out of thinking. There's an intelligence there that wasn't there before, and it doesn't need to call the world. You know what you're looking at without concepts. You look deeply. You also sense a certain aliveness in whatever you look at, which is no different from the aliveness that is in you. Everything has beingness to it. Everything has presence to it. Even so-called inanimate objects have a beautiful presence when you are not thinking about them, just looking. I'm not telling you now you must live in that state of consciousness. Just occasionally bring it in, enter it. 5 seconds is fine. See the change in relationships as you are able to face another human being without the compulsive judgments and labels of the mind.